Tom Massie, my name. For those who don't know me, I'm proud certainly to be a representative of Family Futures. For those who don't know what Family Futures is, I'll run you through a quick synopsis. This is the second time I've been invited to speak, which I much appreciate. We are a group here located in the county that is working with the public schools, and we provide savings accounts for every kindergarten kid that starts in our school. And the biggest part of that is financial education. And we are proud this year to welcome our fourth class of students. And basically the way this works, we put $100 into a savings account, non-taxpayer money, just through the generosity of others. And that money sits there. If the kid does nothing, that's what they've got. If the kid demonstrates increasing financial literacy through various metrics we put within the curriculum, and as we move further into other grades, it's going to become a little tougher, obviously. They have the opportunity to earn another $100 in that year. And I'm really proud to say that if you do the math on us, we've put about $17,000, $18,000 into kids' pockets as a gift. The reality is they've got in savings a little over $52,000, which I find really fascinating, particularly going through the COVID and our COVID years. And the best part that's happening now is kind of the natural maturation of this process. We have an embedded person within the school that does the financial education for the kindergarten, first and second grade kids, and kind of gets the program rolling. But as we move into third grade, it's going to be harder for that one person to visit those classrooms twice a month or whatever they do. So we have on our board a lot of very seasoned educators that have worked in partnership, meeting, thanks to Dr. Grimsley and their teachers, met together through the summer, through the winter, as developing curriculum that suits them. And for us, we're not developing curriculum. Those are words that I can say, so I'm going to talk for 4 years. I understand how to say the word, I don't know what they really mean, but the crew that we have is very bright, and they're working hand in hand. We're largely to serve as a resource to help the teachers implement that curriculum and meet some of the standards they already have to meet as far as the state's concerned, but then take it a step further and make the program their own. And so this fall, when we start the third grade class, it's really going to be that group's been meeting now for maybe 6, 7 months. And when they hit the fall, everybody's pretty excited about what's going to be over for those kids. And what I think is going to be pretty exponential growth in their financial literacy that's at the third grade level. So I have a photo that a parent sent us, the first kid to ever earn all of the incentives. And he earned all his incentives that day because he knew if he got his money in sooner, he got more money at the end. Because we've got these kids that are today earning 4% on the first $1,000. So he knew if he got all his money in quicker, he'd have more interest. And they get quarterly bank statements. And in my travels, I run across a lot of parents whose kids are in this program. Some of them don't know who I am, but they don't know I'm affiliated with the program. And I've had a few badmouth the program because they can't eat dinner on time because they have their bank statements. The older brother will not leave the little brother alone when he's trying to buy candy. So I'm kind of liking it, but one lady, she used some choice words to describe the program. So I don't know if people know what those kids are learning, but they're learning stuff. I said, yes, ma'am, I understand that. That's good to hear. So, but I'll share a little picture that she sent us. Nothing too critical, but it's a kid looking at his future in lots of ways, and modeling a shirt that we put together we had an ice cream social this spring, which I was credited with whipping a group of kids into a frenzy and making them completely unable to talk. That's an ice cream social, what do you want? But they got the cool t-shirts, so this kid's modeling a shirt. But thank you all so much for your time and support. And anybody has a question, I'd love to entertain. We've got with us our Executive Director, one of our board members, Rosa Crocker, as well. And if I don't know the answer, I'll stand back here.
I think it's an amazing program. Thank you for coming again and speaking with us. How many kids are there?
We have, this year will be 190.
We have 190, and how many new students do you think we'll have?
So it's unique in that.
About 250 this year.
We're all done. It's quite unique in that, well, we're certainly the only one in the Commonwealth of anything resembling it. And so we're the youngest and we're the smallest, but it's so unique because in this county we can take the entire school district instead of one school. So I really believe that if there's a difference to be made in these children as they become adults or in their families, having children that are getting exposed to this, we ought to be able to see it. that's what I believe wholeheartedly. So I'm anxious to see as we get further in this program and our assessment tools can come out and help us with those. We'll have an idea for sure what we're teaching the kids and how much they're taking home and how much does it change their life.
And is the vision K through 12?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm sorry, I didn't finish that. Every year they can earn $100. So when they graduate, $1,500 will be theirs. It's a custodial account that we hold the backside of. The parents can't touch it. They can't touch it until they successfully graduate and have a plan for this use the money. And it doesn't have to be necessarily, a four-year institution. It could be most anything that is of use to help them further their life. It could be licensure, it could be further education, it could be, maybe I want to save in an IRA, maybe it's whatever. So the idea is those kids will come to us with a plan on how to appropriately use that money. And then we're looking really forward to giving that first check away. It's gonna be a while. It's gonna work, and it's gonna be a ton of fun when it happens. It's not I think the education will certainly be much more valuable than the dollars they receive. The dollars will be nice.
So this education that is on top of what the typical student would have going in through K through 12. Your surrounding schools aren't teaching this. Is there an example of a task or a class that they would have gone through to earn additional dollars that we wouldn't see in a neighboring county? Sorry to put you on the spot.
I'll take a stab at it. Dr. Ramsey can probably tell you more, but she knows a lot more about the scope and sequence of things. Hear that? I sang a teacher's like, wow. So, that's right. So, but there's, from a lot, the little bitty kids are learning money chain strand stuff. So what a quarter looks like, how many quarters in $1. As they get older, one teacher developed these maybe one of for the big die that they roll, it has the coins on it, and they roll them, and then the kids have to add up how much money that is. And whoever the first to add, so they learn to count, that's first, second grade. And then, I think the really great thing that's happening that the teachers seem to buy, and maybe for the same, is this idea of cross-curricular education, math and finance. So teaching math by teaching social studies, teaching math while teaching history, and realizing how money plays into societies, it plays into the role of pretty much everywhere we go. So certainly add to that if you like.
No problem. So, and part of that too is not just, part of what we're teaching also with the financial literacy is the real world application, and that it carries on through other aspects of life. So instead of just learning the coins, which most schools will teach you that, I hope, because that's the state curriculum, then there's an application process on using that in the classroom store and earning additional incentives to earn more, and then seeing the rewards from that if you're saving your money, and then using it in the classroom store or reality store simulation in a market day scenario. So really getting the students to understand that, but then also the neat part is trying to hook in the families as well with understanding that future planning, it starts at that age. Your child can do whatever they want to do, especially if you're really involved in that process so early, because we have learned so much from juniors applying to certain things that were a lot of families that said, we didn't think about this, we didn't plan for it, you're just going to work wherever, and college is in the chips for us. So this is a whole other piece of involving those families in this. And Family Futures has been great, offering family workshops and how to build a 529, and looking at colleges and connecting with our pod team, because Jenny Capsa, who's also doing some of the family financial education, also is the pod coordinator. So it all dovetails into that same mission. So it's been great to see.
Thank you for partnering, I say that very loosely, with the county, preparing applications for